You know that feeling, right? When you're just kind of going through the motions and you feel completely disconnected from the present moment? Well, today we're going to explore a really fascinating idea. What if the key to truly living in the now isn't about emptying our minds, but about understanding our deep, profound connection to, well, to everything? This right here, this is the core idea. It's such a powerful statement. It basically says that nothing and no one exists in a vacuum. Whether we're aware of it or not, we are all tangled up in this single massive unfolding process. And this isn't just some nice philosophical thought. It's a fundamental reality we're about to dive into. So, what exactly is this invisible web that connects all of life? Our source material has a beautiful name for it, a symphony of coevolution. Let's break down what that really means. Coevolution is this idea that everything, and I mean everything from the tiniest microbe to the biggest galaxy, and yep, that includes us, is in a constant, intricate dance with everything else. We're all developing together, all part of one giant unified system that is always influencing and shaping itself. And get this isn't just a spiritual concept. It's a reality that's actually being explored and backed up by all these different fields of science. You know, biology shows us how ecosystems totally depend on each other. And then you have quantum physics, which hints at it with wild concepts like entanglement, where particles are linked no matter how far apart they are. All the signs are pointing to a deeply, deeply interconnected universe. Okay, but if we're all so fundamentally connected, that brings up a huge question, a real paradox, right? Why do we so often feel so isolated, so anxious, and so completely cut off from the present moment? Let's take a look at this very human struggle. This is really the heart of the matter. If coevolution is our natural state of being, why is it such a battle for so many of us to just live in the moment? Why can't we just exist in harmony? Well, the answer seems to be in the difference between two very distinct states of being. So you can kind of see the two sides of the coin here. On one side, you've got the struggle, disharmony, feeling disconnected, always fighting with the present. But on the other side, there's this more evolved state, a mastery of coevolution, a full embrace of connection, and just living in this natural harmony. The big question is, how in the world do you get from one side to the other? Well, here's the cool part. The answer, according to our source material, lies right inside of us. It's all about unlocking the incredible, untapped potential of our very own consciousness. Now, this is a seriously empowering idea. It means our ability to feel connected isn't some fixed trait that you either have or you don't. No, it's a capacity that can be actively developed, that you can cultivate, kind of like learning any other skill. The key is in our own brain and our own neurology. So, how does this whole progression work? It all starts with intentionally developing our brain and our nervous system. From there, according to the source, this leads to something called DNA activation, which is basically a way of uplifting our biological potential. And that whole process leads to a new, much more advanced level of consciousness. It's a real journey of profound inner development. And what happens when we actually start on this journey? The result is a completely new, way deeper experience of our connection to the world. It's like we start operating on two totally different levels of reality at once. As our consciousness evolves, it's not just that we get better at connecting on the neuronal level, the way our brain processes the world. We also unlock something so much more profound, a connection at the quantum level. Just think about what this really means for a second. This isn't just about feeling more empathy or noticing a pretty sunset. This is talking about a direct, fundamental connection to everything at the most basic level of existence, that quantum field where all of reality comes from. It's a connection that goes way beyond our five senses. And that brings us to the grand finale of this whole process. What's the ultimate outcome of developing our consciousness and tapping into this mind-blowing quantum connection? See? It all comes full circle. This deep, fundamental connection is what finally allows us to stop struggling. When you're truly connected to everything, you're not getting pulled into the past or feeling anxious about the future. You become completely, totally anchored in the now. But it goes even one step further. Living in the present allows us to connect to what the source calls the origin, the fundamental source of all life, that same wellspring of coevolution we talked about at the very beginning. It's like coming home to the very essence of your own being. This just sums up the entire journey so perfectly, doesn't it? It's not about trying to force yourself to be present. It's about a journey of conscious development that naturally results in presence and in a connection to something so much bigger than yourself. So, I'll just leave you with this final thought. Forget the theory and the science for a moment and just imagine it. What would it actually feel like in your own life, day to day, to be truly and fundamentally connected to everything and everyone around you? Something to think about.